The pitch to the sideline, the calls that shape the game. Welcome to Excellence in Action, the referee show here on islandstats.com, where we dabble in the world of officiating, dissect the decisions, and celebrate the men and women in the middle. Join us each week as we chat with top officials, analyze controversial moments, and explore the challenges and triumphs of being a referee. Get inside perspective on the rules, the pressure, and the split second judgments that can make or break a match. It's more than just whistles and flags, it's excellence in action. Now let's get to the show. Welcome to this edition of Referee in Action. I'm your host, Earl Baston. Joining me is none other than our overseas locals, if we call them overseas locals, in Parchment, Odette Hamilton, and Nicholas. First of all, thank you very much for joining us back on island, helping us through our football season yet again. But I want to kind of give you an opportunity to reflect on 2025 from your perspective of what you've done and the fact that you've been able to come to Bermuda and assist us in our football seasons. I'm going to start with you, Parchment, because you're one of the quote unquote veterans of coming to Bermuda. Looking back at your 2025 year. Give us some of what have been your highlights.
Good morning again, Earl. Thanks for having us and thanks for hosting us again in Bermuda.
Yes, sir.
It's always a pleasure to be here, to come and assist the Bermuda Football Association with their games and Crenson Williams in general. So we are really happy to be here, to enjoy some of the festivity. Um, as it relates to your question, reflecting back on 2025, there has been a lot of football that was being played. Um, to highlight the most the World Cup qualifiers were the big highlight of 2025, where um, we have a lot of teams in CONCACAF competing for a final spot in the World Cup 2025, so 2026 to be
Mhm.
held in CONCACAF. So I think most of us, I know I participated in all rounds of the games that was being played. Um, it it was a great experience for me again, to be a part of the final selection of referees who officiated in that competition. And before that, we have the Gold Cup, which was one of CONCACAF biggest event, where I officiated also in one of the semifinals games that was played in the Gold Cup as well. So this was another great experience for us as Caribbean referees to be involved among the CONCACAF biggest uh, stakeholders in terms of match officials. So it was a great experience, and we enjoyed it. We are enjoying the ride, so to speak. We're enjoying the moment, and to also bring to close the curtain, we presently have our domestic top division going on back home, and also schoolboy football that was resumed after Hurricane Melissa has
Mm.
devastated the country and the western side of Jamaica. So the curtain was brought down as well on the schoolboy competition last night, where a team from the rural side who was badly affected by Melissa won the competition. So congratulations to St. Elizabeth Technical and winning another the Costa Cup title as well. So we actually left the finals games back home to come and assist Crenson Williams and the Bermuda Football Association with the games in this stage of the competition that they really needed our help. So again, And it is really, really good to be here, Earl, as I said in the beginning.
Yeah, I want to thank you for that sacrifice of leaving your home to come to Bermuda, and it is appreciated. Trust me, it is. Odette, take us through your 2025. You've had just like party. You've been busy as well.
Good morning, Earth. Good morning, everyone. Um, yeah, I would like to say thanks again for inviting me here to Bermuda. It's always a pleasure to share my expertise with the younger referees being here and to continue doing what I know what to do and what I enjoy doing. So it's always a pleasure to be here to give back. And for my 2025 year, the big highlight is the Women's Champions Cup. I was a part of that qualifying round and still doing what I have to do throughout the year, to stay on top as a match official. And the year has been pretty much a good year. It could have been better. I just have to keep working to reach my goals that I really want to accomplish. So I have been trying to keep training and doing what I have to do. And as Parchment said before, we leave our competition at home in the final stage, and we come here to help Cranston. So that's a plus on Cranston's side, because if I was back home, maybe I would do one of the finals on either the Friday or the Saturday. So, it's some sacrifices that we have to make sometimes to assist and help out in situations that are very necessary. So it's a very good year for me, and just looking to see what 2026 has to offer and just continue to do my best.
Uh, I'm glad we were able to bring you some good weather this time because I know
Yes.
last
Thank you.
was quite cool.
Yes, thank you very much.
Nicholas, what was your 2025 like?
It was a great year for me, great season. Had lots of ups and downs, lots of games going on. Was here in 2025, so I promised Cranston that I'll be back before February, but at the end of the year. And yeah, that situation where he needed our assistance, and we were willing and we are able to help. So we are here. Of course, the weather is great this time. Well, this time of the year,
Yeah,
very cold. Yeah, and of course, yeah. So very soon we should be getting that Bermuda passport, right?
very soon, very soon.
Yes.
Cranston's working on it right now.
Okay. Yeah, we had some great footballs in CONCACAF. Lots of initiative going on. I really like the fact that the teams not playing in the World Cup qualifiers, they were able to get in some games. I think it was the CONCACAF Challenge Series, so everybody got to play some football, get to go on the pitch. So that's a plus for the region. So hopefully, um, in the near future, the Caribbean teams, not only the teams, their officials also, and even locally here, the Bermuda referees will improve their games, improve their fitness level, improving officiating on the field also.
Yeah, that's a good point you make. Let's stay with you because with these increase of matches in the CONCACAF region, we have Nations Cup, we have Gold Cup, we have World Cup qualifiers, and we have right through from what under 15 through senior stuff. It's looking more and more like the officials are going to have to become more full time. Would you think because of so much demand? I mean, you're officiating in local in domestic probably twice a month, but you're doing international almost the same amount of time.
Yes, it is. Back in the days, you could have gone to the World Cup and then you could take a year or two off, get some time off, and come back again. That's no longer the case. We have football playing right through, so the referees now has to be quote unquote professional athletes also, taking care of yourself and being ready for games right through the year. So you have to take that important step to take care of your own self and be ready to do games right through the year. Of course, you'll have that week or two time off just to reset and get back again, but you won't allow your fitness level to go back to zero. And as a student of the game, you're always learning. There's lots of program. There's the FIFA Red also where you can keep improving, looking at clips, watching games, and keep improving right through.
Mm, mm. I'm going to come back to you on that because it's interesting that the increase of games is also on the women's side as well. But you're also doing men's games. The level of I guess fitness you need for both when you keep interacting because the speed is a little different in some regard. What's your thoughts on the increase of women's refereeing, the women's game and also doing men's game?
Well, it's a plus for us females, to be included in the men's game, to test our qualities and what we bring to the game because sometimes the women game does not really give you that challenge that you're really looking for as a female, because you see the men doing their games and you're like, I wonder if I can manage that or what is my quality and my purpose. So I think it's really a good initiative to have the females now being involved in the men game to test their ability to know what we can and what we cannot do. And on the fitness side, it is very important to keep fit right throughout the year because there's no time to sit and waste time. Because at any moment you can get a opportunity or a call to say, hey, are you available for a game next week? And it can be a men game, so you have to always keep your fitness up and it's very challenging as a female because you want to do men game now so you have to increase your fitness level. It's not just like running the female test which is like a walk in the park. The men fitness test is more tougher, so you have to be mentally strong, mentally fit, maybe train with the guys back home to see where you are or to help you to achieve that level of fitness to operate in the men's competition. So overall, I think it's a very good opportunity for the females, and congrats to the females that are already there and paving the pathway for us to be a part of where they are and to enjoy some of that glory. So I think it's very good that the bigger heads are including females in the men's competition.
Mm. Pachi, when you're on island, obviously you get an opportunity to interact with a lot of our younger officials, and you've seen the program grow and grow. What's your perception of it from when you first would have come around and seen some of these young people to now seeing someone like Saw, who's just as tall as you now?
A lot of credit must be given to Crenson Williams and his vision for the young referees and the referee academy that he has going on, and he must be credited for the work that he's been putting in getting instructors from outside of Bermuda, from the US, UEFA, from the Caribbean to be here on a regular basis to impart knowledge to these youngsters. You make reference to SAR. We have Dunstan, we have Reese, we have Isaiah. We have so many different youngsters who are coming up through the academy. Yesterday, I had a game with young Reese, and he was very great. Excellent young man on the line, and he was very confident in his decision making process. And I goose pimple run through my entire body yesterday to see young Reese in a top division game operating as assistant referee. And as I said, the vision and the dream that Crenson has for these youngsters is overwhelming. And what I will say, he should continue to do what he's doing, and we will also provide our assistance in every possible way to help develop Bermuda referees and in general the youngsters who are in the academy.
Sure, sure, sure. Odette, let me. I'm going to come back to you and talk a little bit about when we do international matches and when we do domestic matches. We don't have the same kind of stuff to go back on. Obviously, in the international field, we have the VAR, we have all the other stuff that goes with it. But domestically, we don't have. I mean, we have the flags that if the buzzer and all that. But how difficult is it at times where you may think, okay, I've got the VAR as a backup, but I don't have it in domestic. Is it a different mental state? Like I have to be more in tune with what's going on when I don't have those things?
I would say it is different because overall, as referees, you have to be there, you have to make the calls. So VAR is just an additional tool on the outside, but you still have to do what you have to do. You do not referee for VAR to say that, hey, I missed a penalty, so VAR can call it. No, it's the same on the field of play, whether you have VAR or not. You have to stay motivated. You still have to keep making those big decisions. The only thing you want to hear from VAR is check complete. And once you hear that, then everything is good. So if you don't have VAR working with, it's the same thing. Stay focused, make your calls, and be perfect as a referee as you can. So it's not a lot different. It's just an extra tool on the outside to correct maybe what you have not seen on the field of play, but it's basically the same.
Mm, mm. And Nicholas, when we talk about, we now know everybody's got a cell phone or some device that's recording the game and different angles and so forth, but and always willing to show you a different angle of whatever something happened that you may have missed. Do you reflect on those things, or do you just say, this is what I've seen, this is what I'm going to go with? The team, as long as the team is good, we're good.
At the end of the day, when you look back at that video, it should be just to confirm the decision that you have already made. Yeah, after the game, say, yes, see, I was correct, right? So, as a famous instructor always said, they have VAR, we have referee always viewing. So you just need to be there and make that decision. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in your skills. Put in the work. Run in the game. We have a saying that if you don't run in the game, then you probably have to run after the game.
Mm.
To be confident. But so run in the game and get those decisions correct. And of course, we are human beings. We are human beings, and of course, there will be probably room for improvement. Yes, but be there to make that call. When you look back on that videos and those clips that they'll be showing, they'll be saying, the referee was correct. He was right there. This is what he saw. He got this one correct.
Mm. And partly with the VAR now, obviously it's another step in continuing with an officiating in the region. Where do you see VAR, especially amongst the CONCACAF region? Do you see more and more of referees going to that after they finish blowing the whistle as a sort?
The thing about VAR, Earl, you don't have to stop blowing the whistle. You can be doing both at the same time, but it depends on what do you love or enjoy doing the most, or at the end of the day. So if you enjoy officiating on the pitch, and if you are better on the field of play, that is where you're going to stay. And if you are better whenever you go inside the VAR room, that is where your expertise will continue to be at. So that is the difference. And as you were pointing out, that VAR is here to stay, and it will be among our our top games within CONCACAF. It is so unfortunate that a lot of our Caribbean countries are not able to buy into VAR to help, where we have some form of scandal, basically, where something big has happened and no one was able to see it, and it is gone in the wind. So with VAR, those problems can be fixed, and that is what that tool of VAR is there for, to correct a misidentity, red card, no red card, a goal, no goal situation, right? Typical example, I saw a clip in a game that was played here last night. And if we had VAR in Bermuda, I'm pretty sure the referee would have came to the monitor, or the person who in the VAR room would have recommend a factual review for no offside and a good goal, right? So it served its purpose, and we hope that Bermuda, Jamaica, the other Caribbean countries will be able to 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 put the finance together to have VAR implemented in their top competition. And as I said, this is where football is heading, and it has been there for the last 10 years, so to speak.
Yeah. I've got the same I got the same clip. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's a quite costly measure, and you're right. Just like players, referees and officials are humans, and they're going to make mistakes. We just have to be able to go through and find a happy medium of sorts to get through whatever the challenges may be. I know you guys have a game this afternoon. I'm going to just thank you very much again for coming to Bermuda, assisting us, giving us some quality of your knowledge to help our officials and to grow and understand what teamwork looks like. And hopefully it rubs off, and then we can all kind of have a good end of year going into 2026. And I know the next time, Nicholas, Princeton should have your passport in hand, so you should be all right to get through. I know that your passport should have already been approved. I don't know what's going on, but and Parch has got his. I just want you to let you know. See, Parch has got his. He didn't tell you that.
He didn't say.
No, he won't tell you. He won't tell you. He'll wait till you get yours, and then he'll show you his.
Earl, we're still waiting, just like Nicholas, for Princeton to do the right thing.
To do the right thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all the best this afternoon. Safe journey home. Season's greetings. Thank you very, very, very much for coming and helping us this weekend. And we look forward to seeing you in the very near future. How's that?
Thanks, thanks, and same to you, Earl. Really appreciate you.
All righty. Okay.
Thanks,
Have a good
Earl.
afternoon. Okay. Enjoy.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.